Final headline now from automotive news. BMW, which practically invented the idea of rear-wheel drive sports sedans, is planning to launch an inexpensive front-wheel drive car, and that follows Mercedes-Benz new affordable front-wheel drive sedan, the CLA. And that brings up an interesting point now. Are the German luxury brands going too far down market?
Well, that's an interesting question, Rex. BMW does build a little car called the 1 Series right now, but it's rear-wheel drive, keeping with, the whole ultimate driving machine heritage. This is what BMW built their bread and butter on, luxury sports sedans. Rear-wheel drive is sporty in the enthusiast mind, and front-wheel drive not so much, necessarily. But BMW insider told Autoweek that this will be an important pillar in the future 1 Series lineup, particularly in the US and China, where sales of small premium brand four-door sedans are on the rise. So they think they need to really hit this market. And again, as you said, this follows the new front-wheel drive Mercedes that's coming, the CLA sedan, as well as the Audi A3, which we usually see as all-wheel drive, but is actually built on a front-wheel drive platform. Likewise, this new BMW will be available as all-wheel drive, insiders say, but the basic levels will be front-wheel drive, and it will be a front-wheel drive architecture, as we say, not rear-wheel drive. The platform for this thing will be shared with the all-new Mini. BMW, of course, owns the Mini brand, and this platform, the first appearance of it, will be the all-new Mini. That will be shown at the LA Auto Show in November, we hear. And this new front-wheel drive lineup of BMW 1 Series is set to come out for the 2017 model year. And the reports say they'll have 3-cylinder engines, 4-cylinder engines. Don't bet on the 3 cylinders coming to the US, but we'll see. Possibly also a hybrid. So yeah, it is an interesting move. And the question becomes, at what point do you devalue the brand? We hear some other luxury brands like Cadillac is saying they're not going to go there. They're not going to go a size smaller than what would be their equivalent of the BMW 3 Series. They don't want that market. But of course, Cadillac is part of GM, and GM can cover that market with, Chevys and Buicks. So, whereas BMW is a smaller company. All they have is Mini on one end and Rolls-Royce on the other end, and around their BMW lineup. So how far can they go? I don't know. I think it's an interesting experiment. I'm not sure if I were a Mercedes or BMW shareholder, a Daimler or BMW shareholder, I'd be too excited about this. On the one hand, the volumes will go up. On the other hand, and that will probably drive a near-term gain in profits for both of them, because these will be profitable products. On the other hand, what are you doing to the brand long-term? And it's going to be interesting to watch. I'm not sure how this is going to play out yet.
We've had interesting discussions here in the office. Tesla has started at the high end, the luxury end, and they plan to work their way down. Apple even now is coming out with cheaper iPhones. So it seems to be something that a lot of companies are studying right now. And you're right, it is very interesting.
Yes and no. When Apple came out with a somewhat cheaper iPhone, but it wasn't really a whole lot cheaper. Apple's view seems to be that they need a certain level of technology to offer what they think of as the experience that their customers want, and they can't really get below the new 5C now to deliver that experience. You might say that's not far from what Cadillac is saying, where to deliver a Cadillac experience, the ATS is the entry-level model, the small sedan that they released last year. That's about the size of a BMW 3 Series. They're not going to go any smaller. Likewise, Tesla's talking about a mass market car, but their mass market car, when you get Elon Musk to talk a little more about it, seems to be sort of the size and shape and price of, once again, a BMW 3 Series. I don't know that Tesla would see themselves going much below that, especially as they've put such good effort into and had such good success with establishing themselves as a premium brand here.